In the meantime, we proudly present Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, as we've been doing for so many years now. And we learn so much each and every Wednesday at this time by you asking questions and us getting some answers from Bruce L. Scheiner. I'll tell you how to submit a question in just a moment if you've got some kind of curiosity you'd like to run past him. But first, please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Absolutely fine. How are you doing?
Doing incredibly well. It's just extraordinarily nice day here in Southwest Florida.
I believe we're about to start getting into some really nice weather, too. I know it's still a little bit hot, but we're not that far away from cooling down a little bit. So very exciting time for me, and I know for you as well. There is another issue that came up in our email box we'd like to share with you. Somebody who's got some trouble. They need some clarification on something, legally speaking. Can you help out?
I'd love to.
All right, let's see if we can find a satisfactory answer for this. My daughter was vacationing in Miami and rented an e-bike with some friends. While crossing in the crosswalk with the light in her favor, a car took a right turn and struck her. She was taken to the hospital with a broken arm and leg. She will need surgery and a lot of physical therapy. The at-fault driver didn't have insurance. We have full coverage on our cars, including uninsured motorist coverage. I read an article that said e-bikes aren't considered vehicles, so I'm worried about our car insurance not helping out. Can you please ask the lawyer? You must have encountered cases with e-bikes, certainly by now.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, they're the most dangerous things on the road because, people scoot around with them and the cars don't see them. And that's a recipe for an accident.
Yeah.
So in answer to this poor injured person's question, e-bikes are not considered automobiles or motor vehicles.
All right.
So the rider of an e-bike, fortunately, is considered to be a pedestrian.
Okay.
So when a pedestrian gets struck by a motorcycle, by the motor vehicle that is someone else's fault, they're entitled to collect under their insurance policy, or as in this case, from a resident relative, under the personal injury protection coverage,
okay,
which we call PIP coverage, and that provides them with up to $10,000 in medical bills or lost wages.
All right.
But they are also entitled to uninsured motorist coverage because the at-fault driver didn't have any insurance. So they would be entitled to uninsured motorist coverage in addition to the PIP coverage.
Uh-huh.
If the family owned multiple vehicles and they had stacking uninsured motor vehicles, they could add the total of each policy together to get a higher total of uninsured motorist coverage to recover from.
Now, that's a relief because $10,000 isn't going to go far with the kind of injuries we're talking about here. So hopefully the uninsured motorist coverage kicks in and can really help out.
I think it would in this case, and it's a little bit complicated because it's an e-bike and the other person didn't have any insurance. So again, we have to tell our viewers that the most important thing to do is after you get out of the hospital or as soon as possible to call an experienced personal injury lawyer.
Absolutely. All right, Bruce, that does give some light at the end of the tunnel, as I like to say in these cases. And being an insurance company and being e-bike is sort of a new thing, a new technology. I would hate to suggest that they would, kind of prey on people not having a lot of knowledge about e-bikes and the law, but I don't think they're just going to write a blank check to you either. So you do need help on this one.
I agree.
All right. Let's hope that this helps out tremendously, and hopefully we'll hear back from them eventually. Bruce, thanks for your time this morning and, of course, your wisdom and experience.
My pleasure, Todd, and looking forward to speaking with you next week.
As am I. Take care now, Bruce. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Another satisfactory answer, at least I would call it that. Now, if you've got a question you'd like to submit, all you have to do is go to our website and then enter Bruce into the keyword search box. That'll take you where you need to go. On the other hand, if you've been injured, like in this case, just directly call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner. 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.